Speak Between the Lines podcast.
The shit that's uncool to talk about,
we make cool to listen to.
All right, we in that thing.
Bet. Oh, so me. Speak Between the Lines podcast. We got banned. It got banned.
Yeah,
bruh. I guess. Yeah, it's your boy Young Rest.
Join with J-Rock.
Can't get this shit signing in.
It's not our fault, y'all. It's not our fault. We're sorry.
We didn't even know about it.
They're probably like, what are these niggas even talking about?
That's how in tune we are.
And you know what? That's wild because we were actually on a good little streak of, we ain't gotten back to recording on a regular basis.
Mm-hmm. We were actually getting ready to record a couple weeks ago, and wait a minute, this damn button ain't working no more.
Yeah. So if y'all haven't noticed, we haven't been here, right? In previous hiatuses, this has kind of been somewhat, our fault. We kind of dropped the ball. But here recently, we've been in this groove of recording. We're recording weekly through thick and thin. Jerry had an episode where he went dolo, and we was kind of getting our foot back together.
Yeah.
All of a sudden,
Surprise!
Blackout.
For real.
Blackout, man. So, yeah, we're back. I didn't even notice it, honestly. I mean, I know Akikio had hit us up on the Speak Instagram page. It was like, "Yo, y'all not on Spotify anymore. What's good?"
Right.
And so I thought the
it was the issue with the RSS feed because it's not the first time that's happened.
Yeah,
sometimes
no, it's not.
Spotify or it's our radio. It's like, okay, we'll be fixed in a day or so. No problem. Let's just we hit the button. We'll be good.
Right.
Nah, nigga.
Right.
Nah. We got in trouble. Who want to explain it?
Man, so we get the email. Well, we never got the email. We had to email them. Number one, it's like, okay, well, it's a copyright issue with one of the episodes. The episode is down, and we had to remove it. But it was the show would close on Sunday on it. And I just find it funny that as soon as he gets a divorce, then we get a copyright claim.
That is pretty funny.
As soon as this nigga get kicked out of the house, you know what? I need all my money.
I want all my money. This nigga said close on Sunday. No, closed.
Closed, period.
So we got a notice from Universal Music. I didn't know we were that goddamn big.
I didn't even know this nigga was with Universal. I thought he was with hold on. I thought Rockefeller was distributing through who? Def Jam?
Oh shit! Don't give me the line. I have no idea.
I did not know. I didn't know Ye was with Universal.
Yeah, don't give me the line. I have no idea.
We found out quick.
Universal?
What? Universal Music?
Oh, like the niggas that made Fast and Furious?
Right. Y'all making all this money. Y'all worried about this little hole in the wall type podcast with 5 downloads on it.
We don't even make money. Y'all ain't heard of Kayani in like 2 years. What do you?
This episode is brought to you in part by Sweet Health and Kayani.
Bruh, you ain't heard her ad in like, episodes.
Seriously, right?
Literally.
Seriously.
What do you want, bruh?
And what's also wild about that is what episode they pulled. Like that's episode 91. We're on what episodes is this?
144.
144. So like what 50 episodes later almost they come knocking on the door like, hey, oh by the way,
right,
this episode that y'all played this song on almost what a year ago, I guess.
Year and some change.
Like, yeah, I thought what was so jacked up about it was they pulled our entire catalog. They didn't just pull that one episode. They pulled our entire catalog.
Bro, we got 30. They bodied our whole resume. But you know who I really feel bad for? I gotta reach out to her. Jacinth. Just said,
Man,
bro.
Goose on a nice little run up into it's like, okay, I know this episode finna kill.
She bodied that episode, and literally, I think we got 12 downloads in before they literally pulled the plug on us. So she probably thinking like, "Oh man, I thought these niggas doing numbers like 12 downloads." They
Scrubs.
Fuck.
Yeah, scrubs.
I could have went on IG Live and got more people than that.
Facts.
I know, right? Yeah, man.
It's not our fault. It's not our fault.
Yeah, we could try. I would say we could try to re-upload it, but that's probably not gonna do anything.
Yeah.
I mean, the people that needs to hear will hear it. So it just. I don't know, man. It sucks, and that's kind of been our thing. As we've been doing our podcast, we want to incorporate music. We did, and it's like, okay, but what's this like fair use? Mm-hmm. Like, how does that? It's kind of confusing. Do we kind of play with it? Do we not? And we got away with it, and I don't know. I guess
for 2 years,
I guess it caught up with us. Yeah, I don't know. I miss playing music too. I was thinking about really playing some music before this happened. I was thinking about just playing some music just to play it because the shit is tight. So,
bro, the episode we were about to do when we found out we got pulled, we were literally getting ready to record when we found out we didn't have a podcast.
Yeah.
We were gonna play DMX because remember, he just passed.
Yeah, rest in peace to my guy.
R.I.P. Man, dog, that funeral. Oh, wow.
Quay hit me about the funeral and said it was popping, but I didn't get a chance to see it.
This dude had a Rough Riders casket. They crossed the bridge. Oh my God.
Legit.
Phenomenal. It was like the hood drink. It was like every person in the hood that's a gangster that represents the block wants to go like that. That was crazy. That dude, wow. That's a lot of love. He had a whole bike gang out there.
Oh, I can definitely see that.
It was fire.
Yeah, man, that's what's up. That is sad. That is sad. We didn't get an opportunity to talk about it. But man, his death was so sudden, dude. Like I wouldn't. Yeah. I mean, he kind of been battling drugs on and off, and we kind of seen him. At least it seemed like he was getting his life back in order.
Because he just did the live not too long ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, he did the verses last summer with him and Snoop. Mm-hmm. He was just on Drink Champs, so he hasn't been like he's been out in the public, and you've seen him and all this stuff. And so to hear that he had his heart stopped due to an overdose of drugs is just so unfortunate, man. And I hate that. Yeah, I hate that. I hate that for him. I just man, it's. I don't know what it's like to be on drugs and to have a hook, to have something just have a hold of you like that. But I told y'all a while ago, my friend, a good friend of mine from high school, he died of a drug overdose. And so, seeing DMX pass for that same reason kind of brought me back to my homeboy, and it was eerie because I want to say there was some resemblance of them two. I don't know if I think they died on the same day, like the same date.
Oh
yeah. So that was really like
on the 1 year, like
so whatever the month and the date, month and the day was that DMX passed away, I think was the same day that my homeboy passed away for the same thing, right? So yeah, it kind of had me in my feelings a little bit. But I don't know what it's like to be hooked on it. Something so tough to just be able to not break it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Get to hear how he got hooked on drugs like that.
Yeah.
Ridiculous. Yeah. So it's just shit like that. It's you feel different when you feel like it's shit that can be prevented. You know what I'm saying? Like his homeboy didn't have to lace up the weed. You know what I'm saying? Like it didn't have to happen like that. So I don't know, man. It was sad. I heard the homeboy was he went off like he should have, and he's no longer here with us. But we got some music to listen to. I was jamming that shit like it was. Yeah.
Like it's 98, bro.
Man, I'm saying songs I forgot. I was like, oh, I forgot DMX had this shit, man. This shit crazy. So
yo, we're low key, man. Like that dude, he technically was like the king of New York for like a minute. It was a quick minute, but it was a minute. Like he literally had New York, like back when New York, being the king of New York meant something. Like you had Biggie, then you had Hove, you had Biggie, Nas, Hove, DMX. Like they were all like of the same echelon. And I forgot they did a Hard Knock Life tour with him and Jay-Z until today when I was watching BET Remembers DMX. I was like, damn, I forgot about that. That was big.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, man, that was huge. That was big. I was looking at this TikTok. It was funny. It was this guy, and he was like, the caption was, everybody in heaven waiting to see who's going to be the next one to die, or whatever. It's like a group of people sitting there and looking at like, I guess, the door. Obviously, you hear da 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 da. Everybody's like, "Oh shit, we got DMX in this bitch!" DMX in this motherfucker. Let's go.
Yo, can you imagine how that shit would be though?
yo, turntable's ready.
Man, for real.
It's a party. It's a party.
Yeah, man. But yeah, rest in peace to my guy, dude. It's just, like I said, it's sad. It's sad. It's sad. It is sad.
Just a sidebar. R.I.P. to Black Rob too. He literally died the same week. It's crazy. So.
A lot has happened, man. Rest in peace, yeah, Black Rob for sure. A lot has happened. A lot has happened since we've been gone, bro.
Yeah.
A lot has happened. Johnson & Johnson had to put a pause on their shit.
Pump the brakes.
Which was insane because like 2 weeks prior, we were like, yo, I heard Michigan don't want to have Johnson & Johnson in their state because they not legit. And now it's like, now we everywhere. It's not legit anywhere.
Yeah.
I saw him on the news the other night. It was like, yeah, we're restarting Johnson & Johnson. Only 6 people have died. It's like, wait, what?
Yeah, which in all actuality, that's not a lot of people.
Right.
It's not a lot of people. But when you already have kind of a stigma with vaccine and an unsure feeling of vaccines, and you already hear stuff sideways about Johnson & Johnson, how y'all pushing it to the hood, and obviously y'all gotta halt it. Y'all not holding Pfizer, y'all not holding Moderna. Like,
nope, I'm getting Moderna up next week, baby.
Yeah. I ain't gonna hold you. I'm actually getting Moderna up too.
There you go, bro. See, check you out.
You took yours already?
No, I'm gonna do Pfizer. I'm probably gonna schedule an appointment for Pfizer this week.
Gotcha. Yeah, I know he was on the schedule, so I was like, man, my dad gave me the 3rd degree, bruh. I took my kids to see my dad last weekend. And my dad and my stepmom jumped me and was like, basically like, you gonna get your shot, boy? You ain't got your shot, boy? Right. And I just got pressed. Then my mom texted me out of nowhere. It was like, hey, I'm coming down. You got your shot? I'm like, oh, fuck.
Yeah.
All right, ma.
Yeah. I mean, you're gonna get the 3rd degree. I just feel like it's gonna be a point in time where it may not necessarily be required. But I mean, in certain cases, it might be required. Like if you want to travel somewhere, you might have to have it up. My issue is, it's like I feel like the shot is just buying time because I think it's only supposed to last like 7 months.
Right.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be the next flu shot, personally.
Basically,
could be.
But I need them to reduce this to 1 shot, bro. I don't like needles, man. This going 2 times that's too much.
Yeah.
Not feeling that one shot, dog. But then ain't that Johnson & Johnson? So
yeah, man, get that one and done.
Get that one shot then.
Then done.
One and done, man. Hey, nothing, dog. You'll be all right. I think you'll be all right. I just want. I want. Hey, my problem with Moderna, Johnson & Johnson, and Pfizer is that people are like, they're trying to like guilt you. Oh no, there's like a classism with the shots.
You better talk.
It's like a classism with the shots, bro. And like some people like, oh, you got Johnson and Johnson. Like, oh, what'd you get?
You're lower class. Like
yeah, like
Wow.
that's what was available. Yeah, and then there's like they're shaming you into they kind of talk down on you if you decide not to get a shot. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah. I was getting smoked in that room, bro. It got dark. Like they was on my head. It was crazy.
Like, motherfucker, what? You're not gonna get what?
Right, you done had the virus. You want the shit again?
I was like, bro, they came up with it in like 3 to 6 months. What do you want me to do? They ain't even do human tests that long.
They
It was like, they ain't
trying
trying to get none of that, bro. I got 30. It was bad. It was bad, bro. And my wife over there like, you want me to schedule it? 'Cause I got my shot already.
Did Erica get her too?
Yeah, she got a second one.
She got a second one.
So literally, I'm getting pressed as she's coming off of getting the second one. Mm-hmm. So I'm looking doubly shitty.
Right, because you're supposed to be making her feel better about it.
Bruh, they was like,
shit, if you die, that's
you don't want to protect your kids?
Mm-hmm.
You don't want to protect me?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. My mom and my grandmother, they both already got their shots. And that's like, I mean, I was already thinking about getting it, but I should. I mean, I guess I should schedule an appointment.
Once I get fully vaccinated, I'm actually gonna go down there for a week. Because my second half week where I work from home for that weekend, chill with them, and come back the following week when I have to go to work again. So
I'm just not looking forward to being sick.
It's fun,
bro. I've done it. It's not fun.
No, I mean sick off the shot.
It's the same thing as COVID.
Yeah, I don't know if I mean, because I was sick all last week. It was bad. I'm just like, oh my gosh, this shit here. That's when I get this shot.
Oh, you was sick, bro. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna hold you, dog. I was like, yo, you get the results back? Because I was just like, fuck, man.
Yeah. Bro,
I was so happy when you told me you was good.
Yeah, I was on FaceTime with Rev, like just coughing, bro. Bad.
I was off my camera. Nope.
Yeah. And he was like, man, you should go get a test. You should go get a test, dog. You should get a test for your family. I'm like, all right.
Yo,
hey,
when the thing hits you with the for the family.
Yeah, you gotta do it.
You got no choice.
You gotta keep the family safe. Like, all right, bro.
What you gonna do?
Went up to the high school, like 2 minutes walking distance, took a test, and that shit came back negative, thankfully.
Yo, sidebar. Speaking of rap, Jay.
Yo.
What the F is up, bro?
Congrats to Erica. Erica finished.
Like literally like 10 minutes before we did the thing. Are you catching Rev or not? I just need to know. Like
I done told you yes.
Oh, hold on. Before we even start at Rev, what is up with you and this challenge altogether?
I forgot about Rev until you brought that up.
So
I need you to be honest, bro. I need you to be honest.
Hold on, set it up for the people that don't know what we're talking about.
All right, so maybe last week of April. No, last week of March. Last week of March, we were all on the phone. We could have been on here or something like that, and we were just chopping up about, hey, yeah, springtime around, we get Nike Run challenge popping again. I was thinking about doing this is me talking. I was like, man, I was thinking about doing maybe 30 miles in April. Nice little warm up of something, little dude, maybe a mile a day. Jared comes in and starts the challenge the last week of March.
Right.
And not make it 30 miles, he makes it 40 miles.
No, hold up on the brakes. No, he made it 30. He went back behind everybody back and made it 40.
No, it was 40 originally. It
was 40 originally. It was 40 originally. Oh, okay. I was gonna do 30 for April, but he started in March and did 40.
He said, I'm gonna one up this nigga. Watch this.
Pretty much. So I was like, okay, cool. So off to the races, right? Ash jumps out, Rudy jumps out, Erica jumps out. You know what I'm saying? I'm super cool, bro. I don't think I started until like, Lord, we was deep in the challenge when I started. But everybody jumps out. I think Rock even jumped out. And no, Rock, you didn't jump out because that's why we're talking about you.
Yeah. What? I was like, what?
So everybody jumped out, and then Rock was like nowhere to be found, bro. And we was like, Rock, what's going on? Like this is your challenge. Like you haven't even ran yet. And so I think 2 weeks into the challenge, you hit us with I got the COVID shot. I'm down bad. all right, cool.
Yeah, what we gonna do?
But then it's like, what happened?
Well, then it was like, I'm as long as I catch Rev, I'm good. Or as long as I smoke Rev.
No, because he led with that too.
Not led with that.
He led with that.
Because he led with that both times.
There you go.
He led with that. Rock led with that. He said, "I'm beating Rev."
Right. That's right. Mm-hmm.
Because at first it was just gonna be the three of us. Like, no, I'm gonna write Rev because I want to beat him because he beat me the last couple times we've been in it.
Gotcha.
Right. So, what happened?
How's that going?
So
you're sitting in last place right now.
So set up for it. It wasn't my challenge. It was our challenge. I was this person who set it up because Red doesn't know how to do it. So either it was going to be me or you who set it up. So
that's fair.
The only time I did 40 was because like, well, it won't let you do it this early. So I'm like, okay, it's going to give them some additional weeks. So let's just put a couple miles. Because at this point, I'm all set for doing it. So at the beginning of the month, I get the first COVID shot. And when I tell you how it felt like I had corona because like my chest was burning like for a full week.
The first week of the month.
Yeah. So after I come off that,
I'll start you off on that one. That's cool.
Wait, so the first week of April?
Mm-hmm. So after that,
the challenge started last week in March.
Hey. What you're not gonna do is make it seem worse than it is. I know it's bad, but let me just explain my side of the story. So after that, you know what Rez made me sick. You ain't like giving the thumbs up with a smiling face. So after I got that, I was like, okay, I'm gonna take it slow because I don't know if it's gonna flare up or not. Because at that point, I was a little scared that I had it, but I didn't want to take the test because I just had the shot. So I was just doing like 0.5 miles a day, just doing small shit. Just I didn't want to be at zero. A half a month into it. Hey.
So no, you're going to tell this story correct.
You're not going to do that. 0.5 a day.
You were not doing 0.5 a day.
I was not doing. So I went out running, and it ended up being 0.5 because my legs started hurt. My foot started. I went got a.
I'm not debating the 0.5. I'm debating a day.
So I'll say I went and got the first one. My foot started hurt. I went to get a compression wrap, and ever since then it's been slowly. I've been doing a little bit here, a little bit there. It hasn't been consistent.
Right.
So when y'all hit me up, I was at I want to say like around 4 miles halfway through the month.
No.
Was it lower than that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Newhouse called you out at like 2.9.
Okay, so under 3 miles, y'all's like, yo, what the fuck's going on? You're not being dedicated, blah, 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 blah. Y'all charged me up like a full week about this.
Well, so no, you came at me.
Well, I always come at I come at everybody.
Yeah, but I had 40 miles already.
I'm still gonna make jokes.
Hold on, I had 40 miles in 3 weeks, and you was coming at me with like 2 miles.
So I'm still gonna make a joke about it.
How you gonna make a joke when you the one that started the challenge and you ain't got no miles?
See, but it's not my challenge; it's our challenge.
It's actually your challenge.
No, because we talked about it as a group that we're gonna do it.
Gotcha. But you the one that volunteered to spearhead it.
So it's still our challenge. Just because I set it up it's still our challenge.
But you're the leader.
No.
Who set it up?
We all said we're gonna do it.
No, we said we were gonna do it as a group, but who led the charge?
Just because I did it for y'all. So
that's what leaders do.
Would you rather I just waited? Okay, regardless, because that's the semantics. Anyway, so y'all charged me up about it. It's like, yo, you ain't doing shit. You said you're gonna do it, especially John, which I appreciate you. Like, you said accountability, so nigga, I'm gonna hold your ass accountable for it, but I'm not gonna hold your hand either. So since then, I have been moving, and I'm up to 9 point something in the challenge. However, it's one day I went running. I didn't have my watch with me, so I put it in mainly so I don't get credit for that in the challenge. So my total in Nike Run Club is like closer to 12. So I'm still working on it because every day I'm at work on breaks, lunches, and before I leave, I make sure I do at least 2 miles. because I went to work Friday just to run and just get outside walking, and I didn't leave until 7, getting 3 miles in.
Bro, these numbers not adding up, man. It's like, come on, bro.
So, but if you look at the beginning of the week, what was I at?
You was at like 4 miles.
And I'm at 10 now.
Okay, so that's 6.
And I did 3 of them in one day. That's what I'm saying. So
which means you only ran one day and plus whatever.
Okay, so would you rather I just not do shit?
No, what I'm saying is like, okay, fam. If the challenge started March 20th, I'm stalling you out a week because of COVID. No doubt. Like, much respect. I get
not the first week.
well, not the first week. Okay, so he's
not the first week.
The second week.
He missed the entire first week and then chopped it up to COVID a whole second week.
Bruh. So
yes.
Hold up. So you start the challenge, the gun goes off, all the horses take off. Right? Ash is out the gate. I'm out the gate. Eric is out the gate. Kikio's out the gate. Right? Mm-hmm. Nothing. So the whole week goes by nothing. Second week, COVID. So we're stalling you out. So that's 2 weeks. So now we're in the second week of
April. Yep.
Right? So from the second week of April to the 25th, we are at 12 miles, being generous.
Yeah. And so
a 40-mile challenge.
So in all fairness, when y'all punked me about this, y'all say realistically, where are you going to end at? And my answer is I'm at least going to hit half of it.
So that means that you're about to do 6 miles in the next 6 days.
Mm-hmm.
Got it. Okay.
Wait, 6 miles in the next 6 days.
Yeah, and it's only what? Oh, well, no, 5 days. No, 4 days. No, wait, the end of the month is Friday.
Yeah, this thing has he has 10.6 miles to do.
Yeah.
So wait, so you got to do 10 miles in 6 days when you ain't done barely 10 miles in 6 weeks?
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's go to something else.
Was any of this you being lazy? Because I have yet to hear you say that.
Yes.
How much of it was you being lazy versus all this other stuff that you've said up until this point?
Me being completely honest, 70%.
70%.
Yeah.
Bruh.
Of it is you being lazy and procrastinating.
I'm out.
Yes.
But you've given us a whole story these past 5-10 minutes about some other stuff.
I'm just laying.
Hold on. You spent 10 minutes highlighting 30%?
Yes.
Nigga,
I'm not gonna fool with you.
Are you kidding me?
I'm not gonna fool with you.
I'm not gonna play with you.
Bro.
My G, I literally texted Rock and I was encouraging him because I was really excited. I was like, yo, like he put in like a cool 2. And I was like, hey man, we got 15 days left or something like that. And I was like, it was like 15 or 17 days. I was like, hey bro, you literally have to do at least 2 miles a day minimum to get this. Right? And I was trying to encourage him. My nigga Rock did not respond to me at all, bro. I felt hurt. I ain't gonna hold you. I was hurt. I was emotional. It was tough. It was tough. I was trying to be for my friend.
I appreciate that. Not really, but I am going to hit this at least 20 miles.
Well, my nigga, you saw the text, right? You can give me a like.
Yes.
You can give me a like, a thumbs up, like, hey, all right, thanks for the reminder. Nothing. My boy just.
I don't got nothing for you. You know what? Give me one moment. You give it. I got you. Let's see.
Rock.
What?
No. Go ahead.
All this started just because you brought up Rev. I didn't even remember all this. That's crazy.
All right. How can you not be lazy? Because we're gonna do another challenge in May.
By the way, yes, we are.
Man, so
like, what is it? What is it?
Once I started going, it's not as bad.
Duh.
Hey. You know what? I don't need that from you.
Right, I don't need. No. What you don't need is sympathy. We're not for the sympathy card. Like,
well, no. But it's
fresh out of fucks to give right now.
No, so the reason why I started at 40 because I was basing off the way I was feeling off the last challenge we did. So I'm like, okay, I can easily do this 2 miles.
What was that? November?
Yes. And I literally
you were feeling froggy off a challenge.
Yes, because I really thought that I was gonna go in. It's gonna be just like November. Because I even when we started November, I started off in the neighborhood doing it at least a mile.
Bro, your ego nuts, bro. This nigga went from 0 miles per hour to 40 miles off a challenge from a quarter of a year ago.
Because I literally thought I was gonna just be able to pick up where I left. I was like, yo, this don't feel the same.
Why would you think that?
Had you been exercising since then?
Not since the pandemic, no.
So wait, bruh. November, you didn't even finish the challenge. Why would you go into this one 4 months later and say, I'm gonna smoke this challenge and I haven't worked out at all going it? Bro, your ego is nuts. That is crazy.
Well, so the last one we did was prior to the pandemic.
Yeah, we didn't do one last year.
No, we did one in the pandemic. I remember I had the Planet Fitness membership, and we got that in November.
Oh yeah, run until that was November last year. Yeah.
Okay, so I felt good about it because going before the pandemic, I was going to the gym, was doing stuff. We had this one. I'm like, okay, I felt pretty good about how it ended because I was putting up 2-3 miles, and then I had technical issues with that one. So I'm like, okay. And then I'm like, okay, I'm gonna ride that same wave, and it's gonna be just like this. And it wasn't.
Why wasn't it though?
Because I wasn't active in the past year. I'm aware of that.
Is that why? Is that your real answer?
Oh, That's a good. John's good. Abe's on point.
Yeah, because like literally, like the way my body reacted this time was not nearly the way my body reacted last time.
What does that even mean?
So like my foot was never cramping the way it does now. Like this month, I've actually had to soak my foot in Epsom salt. And I never had to do that last time.
Okay, so let me ask you a question.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think I had to soak in Epsom salt?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you did.
Do you think that I had days where I really couldn't put a lot of pressure on my leg?
No.
You would be wrong. One of the reasons I got hot with you now that I think about it is when you were making jokes when I finished the 40 miles and you was talking about the Bengay shit, like I literally like almost thought I tore my Achilles. Because the muscle around my ankle was like it wasn't like normal. But that's my fault because literally I tried to push to get through when I haven't been active. I literally have walked more in the last 3 weeks than I walked in the last probably 2 years. Right? So like the same thing that you're using as like, well, this is the reason I didn't do it. I went through the same shit. So what are we doing? Like what? Like it's not. I don't know. Go ahead.
So we're gonna start another challenge in May. How committed are you? Do you feel that you're gonna be?
I feel like I can do it.
You can,
regardless of what the number is. No. So here's why I say that. Because if I start on day one, then it's because if I did 3 miles Friday, and if I had that same energy day one, then that's different than me trying to do 10 miles in 4 days. Because if I do 10 miles in 4 days and whatever the number is for the whole month, then that's more manageable.
But the number is important, Rock. Like that.
I'm not saying that it's not, but I'm saying that because my goal is to at least get to this 20% because that's what I committed to.
Respect. Like if you get to the 20, like first of all, I respect you off the fact that you put in more work in the last, I guess, 10, 15 days than the first like sprint of this or run of this. So I like respect, right? But it's like the number, all this stuff matters just because from a real standpoint, your body's not gonna last as long. Like the fatigue, day 1 is real easy. Day 10, it's gonna get dicey. Day 17, you ain't gonna feel like doing nothing. Like I'm talking about I'm just speaking from my personal experience. Like, like just trying to get to that goal, like that it was really hard the longer that I got into it because I wanted to do it, but my body would feel a certain way. And I had to push through that. Like I had to do the exercise that. Like it sound good, but it's like I'm gonna go back to the ego thing. It's easy to be like, yo, man, basically, like, shoot, the way I finished the last challenge, like, I smoked this challenge. Oh, well, if I start day 1, it don't matter what the number, bruh, it matters. Okay. All that stuff, like, if 70% is like, I'm just lazy, the ego got to stop. You can't be like, well, the number don't matter because, no, the number matters. Like, all that stuff counts because the main thing is you don't want to get hurt. You don't want to like push yourself and then like your body is like, oh nah, bro, we're not doing this. Like I'm shutting down because we not used to this. Mm-hmm. The number matters. All that stuff matters.
Okay.
Yeah. And one reason that the number matters outside of what Rev said, which is he's absolutely correct, is that the number matters because the more days you miss, the higher your number get in which how many you need to do a day. So so yeah, man, that shit matters, dude. Because I mean, it's fun, it's competitive, you know, it's friendly competition, but you can't talk noise and like not do anything.
Yeah.
Even Rev can't talk noise to me because
what?
You know what I'm saying? Now mind you, Rev did have he had some stuff kind of go on this past month. But I hold everybody speaks to the fire. Even Corey. What Corey just started and Corey passed right. So
wait, but, you're Corey?
Yeah, Go Lightly.
Bruh, that's who that is?
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know who that was. I was like, who is this?
Yeah. So yeah, man. Yeah. So we're gonna do it again next month. I think we'll do 35 in 30 days. So less time, but still more miles.
Bet.
And then we'll go up from there. See how the rest of the year goes.
That was a crazy sidebar because that's not what was on our docket today.
No, I wasn't coming in here expecting to talk about not this much about the Nike Run Challenge. I was gonna bring it up, but not talk about rock. We just want you to try, bro. Like you can't. If
I wasn't gonna try, then I was like, hey, I would say at 2.5 or wherever I was at when y'all brought it up.
Because like,
I'm not even on a try thing. Just don't pop shit if you like it. Like you have to be in the like it's a threshold. It's like
and like so. And I'm gonna be honest with you. During while I was talking shit, I thought you were fine.
No, my
because like the fact that what you just told me now was shocking.
Yeah, no,
because I thought I was the only person who was in physical pain because there's a big gap between where I'm at and where you're at. So I thought for you it would be easier because you've been more active than what I have. No, because you used to ball, you used to do more things. Yeah,
no, my BMI is nuts. I'm like, I don't know if you can see right all this, but this is bad. Like my BMI is way. I'm up. I'm not supposed to be this heavy at this height. Is Yeah, nah, bro. Like that shit was hard. That shit was hard.
Yeah. Yeah. See, I think I pulled my groin. I put my groin skating one time, but then shit, I had to stretch that shit out because I had this challenge I had to do. So we all. I mean, yeah. I mean, it ain't like, but I'm competitive. So like, even when Eli did his 60-mile challenge, as much as I didn't want to do that shit, I had to finish. So I mean, some people are just different. Like,
damn, you did 60. Hats off to you. God damn,
that shit was stupid.
60 miles in 30 days.
That shit was stupid. It was stupid. Right. It was stupid. But I hurt myself doing that shit. But I mean,
and that's the thing, and that's what I'm trying to get at is like this is supposed to be for fun, and it's supposed to be motivating to help us, get in shape. Like regardless of anything that was said, bro, I'm proud. I'm thankful. That's a better word. I'm thankful that you started it because I never would have got out like this had you not started. Had you not taken initiative to actually set the stuff in motion. I'm sitting in the house like, dog, I can't tell you how many times my wife told me probably like the last 2 months, like, you need to walk like during your lunch break. You need to get out of the house because all you're doing is I literally would get off the computer and the laptop sitting in this desk right here. And I go to this PlayStation and I play. And I literally did that every single day. And I've probably done that for the last year. So, but the thing is like, yes, this is fun. This is competition. We don't want to get hurt. And like when Abe ain't playing, when them numbers start, like when the month gets low and the numbers get high, people get hurt. Because your body gonna tap out before your either your mind gonna tap out or your body gonna tap out. And if your body tap out before your mind, you're done.
Okay.
So with that being said, if you would like to join our Nike Run Club challenge for the month of May, hit us up. That would be fun.
Shout out to Kikio, by the way, podcast listener, because he has been killing. Yo, yeah, my man edged you by an hour, bro.
Yeah, I messaged him too. I was like, I was on your neck. He's in Michigan now, though. I didn't know. He's in Michigan. He said it's been freezing up there. I was like, okay.
Wait, he's been running in the Yo.
Yeah, he said he's been in Michigan. Shout out to my guy too. He just he just finished his degree, computer science.
Oh, nice.
Math. Yeah, man. Shout out to our guy. Congratulations to you, bro. Yeah, man. So he said he's chilling in Michigan right now. He said he's back and forth to Alabama, but yeah, dude. But this is the second time me and Landis is kind of being tit for tat because I edged him out the last challenge we did.
Sound like a rivalry.
Run it, tell that. I edged him out. So we went back and forth, and yeah, it was cool. It's funny because everybody has like their competitive partner in the thing. You know what I mean?
So 1-1 going into the third. All right, Kikio.
1-1 going into the third, bro. 1-1 going into the third, dog.
Who's your person, Rest?
Oh, Ash. Ash was by far my biggest motivation. And bruh, she is a monster. Like, I don't even want to know how many miles she actually put in this month. Because like for the month of April, I think I'm at 36 miles just for this month. So if I'm at 36, she's probably at 63. I mean, it was nuts, bro. Like the number she was, dog, I think there was one time I was like, yo, I'm a catcher, right? And then Abe texted me a picture and she was running. And I was like, it's not gonna be that bad. She might put up 2. Bro, it was like 8 miles.
Damn.
I was like, M, is that you? What? 8 miles. I'm done.
Yeah, bro. Yeah. I mean, we've mapped out 5 miles in our neighborhood. So when we do our runs, our run walks, that's usually how much it is. Yeah, bro. Yeah, she was killing it.
Bruh, that was nuts, man.
Yeah, so she was killing it. Yeah, so it's not stay on this too long because we've been on this for a long time. But it was Rudy and Ash. It's Erica and Jarrell now. It was me and Landis. Corey kind of jumped in late, and then Revan Rock. So yeah, man, it's gonna be cool. It's gonna be fun. I like doing it. I'm trying to figure out a way to push myself when I don't run. So I'm just trying to think of it, but it's cool. I like doing this. I like doing this. I like texting back and forth. I like seeing people's numbers go up and all that stuff, and people being active. You know what I'm saying? This is the one thing that's going to keep everybody active. We've been sitting on our ass for the past year. So.
Hey, for everybody that's listening that actually joins the run, don't be shaking your wrists in the car, driving around trying to figure out why the number's not going up. Like, don't do that. We're not doing that. Don't press the button unless you walk it. Don't walk around the house with the damn button pressed. Like, if you're not outside, if you're not doing dedicated walking, it don't count, bro.
All right, so let me ask you, because at work I gotta do dedicated walking.
At work is cool if you're on your break and you like all you're doing is walking around, cool. If you're on lunch and you're walking around, cool. Nigga, if you're like at your desk and like you're just pushing play and then whatever you walk from the time you start to the end of the shift, that shit don't count.
Well, no, so okay, so you know how our building is set up,
right?
So our Q&A is from the break room, from the middle to the very end,
right?
And I have to go back and forth all day,
right?
So with that, okay,
no, that don't count.
So here's why I asked that question, because I mapped it out, and for 2 days I averaged 3.5 just doing that,
right?
And that's do another 3 afterwards. So that's why I was asking, because it's harder to do 3 miles during the day than right after that do another 3 miles. So that's why I was just asking.
True. Now, if it's like, let's say you do your walking during work anyway, right? Cool. But if like you're on break and it's like, all right, cool, I'm going back and forth. Yeah, run it. Like, tally the number up. But not like whatever casual walking you. Because if I'm walking in a store, like I was walking around some store, and we were in there for like forever, like 45 minutes, and I'm doing nonstop walking. I'm not clocking nothing. It's the same thing.
Same thing.
Okay.
Rock got some work miles sprinkled into his 9.
Because that's why I was asking. Because if I did that, I'll be well over it.
So they walk to the break room.
Yeah, nah, bro. Dedicated miles. Now, who we counting steps?
Yeah, we count steps. That's different.
That's different.
Mm-hmm.
But
okay,
nah, time set aside. That's what matters.
My girl was in the car like, why is this thing not adding up?
Bro.
What? Let's get off this.
Yeah,
bro.
that was wild. Yeah, join our challenge. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be cool. 47 minutes in. What do y'all want to do? What's the losses?
No, that was the loss was the podcast. We all took off.
All right. What y'all want to get on to?
Are we doing movie review or are we doing Derek?
Don't matter.
I say we do movie review because I don't have much to say about the Derek thing.
Yeah, let's do the movie review because we owe it Kikio. For real.
Judas and the Black Messiah.
Yeah, 2 months later.
2 months later.
That's just not even on HBO Max anymore.
I was just about to say that, dog. I did not know HBO Max had a time limit.
Yeah, they got time limit on Godzilla and Mortal Kombat, which I heard was trash.
Bro, Mortal Kombat.
It was
garbage.
Was it?
Garbage. Bro.
It was a Mortal Kombat movie.
It took me 4 attempts to finish this movie.
It was a classic Mortal Kombat movie.
Trash.
I mean, I like the game. I wasn't really a big fan of the movies per se, but everybody was really hyping this shit up, and then just to see the letdown on social media.
They definitely shouldn't have hyped this shit up.
Everybody that saw it was kind of a shocker.
Bro, it's the equivalent of like NBA 2K when you create a player and you go through my career mode. It's literally a my career nigga in here. That ain't got nothing to do with nothing. But he the man. Like, who is this motherfucker? Like, why is he here?
And he wasn't even Scorpion.
Bro, and nigga, hold on. Quick sidebar for Kikyo, I promise you, we got you.
We don't, bro. Don't hold your breath, dog.
I know you can wait, but this is a little more relevant to the time. Bruh, in wrestling, there's something called booking, right? When you book, it's like you make an entity look strong based off of the person they go against. So sometimes, like, let's say back in the day, Stone Cold Steve Austin was the man, right? Well, before Stone Cold Steve Austin was the man, he needed a push. They got him Bret Hart. Bret Hart was at the king, like at the top of the stable. He had a WrestleMania match. He put him in a sharpshooter. It's a signature move. Like, that's something really, really, like, it's big. It's like when you get a sharpshooter, you tap out. He didn't tap out, but he passed out. So Bret still looks strong. Stone Cold looks strong. It's called proper booking. That's what you do. My G, when I tell you, these niggas straight Vince Russo everything. And if you know wrestling, you know who Vince Russo is. He's the guy who killed WCW. He's the guy that basically made Diamond Dallas Page a world champion lose to a reality TV star. He lost the world championship to a reality TV star. My nigga, Goro. There's a dude named Goro. He has 4 arms. He's a Mortal Kombat champion. When you find out,
oh my God, that was terrible. That was terrible.
In this movie, what he got, I don't want to say it because it's a spoiler, bruh.
All I say is there better not be a Mortal Kombat 2.
Nigga,
this whole movie was a setup for a sequel that should not happen.
Bro, everybody you care about in Mortal Kombat gets railroaded for some nigga named Cole that we ain't never heard about. Scorpion, don't worry about it. He ain't gonna see him much. Sub-Zero is a badass. Guess what happens to him in the end? Goro, trash. Liu Kang, I don't even know what movie this nigga's in because he's doing all this shit. I'm like, what are you doing?
Like, they forced in catchphrases. Like, when you see in the trailer, Kano wins. Nigga says that in normal conversation.
It's an actual
conversation.
Line.
Oh, that's whack.
Flawless victory is an actual, bro. Hold on, no, hold on. Let me tell you this. So in Mortal Kombat, Kikyo, I promise you.
No, we don't, bro. We ain't got you.
No, I promise you.
We don't got you.
But the hilarity, fam.
Wait for next week.
Part of Mortal Kombat is the special moves and the powers. Do you want to know how one nigga gets his powers? He gets into an argument at a dinner table. I'm not bullshit. He gets into a verbal altercation. Mortal Kombat fatalities. No, he gets into a verbal altercation over egg rolls.
Well, they were getting on his ass pretty strong.
Bruh. Pause. And he magically gets powers.
And then calm down about it. Like they weren't roasting you for the past 15 minutes.
Fam. And here's the thing. In the power that he gets in the I'm trying to not spoil it, but in the power he gets in the game is mechanical. There's a mechanical reason that he can do this. In the movie, it's organic. Bet. No problem. However, later in the movie, this organic superpower gets short-circuited by a bathroom product. The chick goes in the bathroom, pulls out a product, probably mascara, throws it at this nigga, and his freaking superpower short circuits. What?
If you haven't seen it, don't watch it.
Don't waste your breath.
Don't like if you don't have HBO Max, don't buy for this.
Bruh.
Like Jax is a joke. Don't do it.
My man got emasculated, dog. The only brother in the damn show got emasculated, bro. In the first 15 minutes. I mean, can we get some black? Like, oh my God! Thank God it's not February. Like, 15 minutes, my nigga, and then they ship his ass all the way to the Sahara Desert.
This movie is really that bad.
Yes.
Oh my God. Bro.
So is it bad if you're a Mortal Kombat fan? Or
yes,
you will be more disappointed as a Mortal Kombat fan than a regular movie. At least if you have no idea of what's going on, you can't really get mad at anything because the movie's giving you.
It's just a bad movie, yeah.
It's just a bad movie.
The first Mortal Kombat movie is better than this movie.
Oh, by far. It's not even close.
The second Mortal Kombat movie is better than this one. Well, come on now. Falls Victory.
I don't know. That Cinderella
bicycle kick
with me. That you will die line is kind of.
Your soul is mine. Come on now,
bro. There's somebody who died.
Stop it. No, we're done. We're moving on. We're done.
Raiden is useless. A Thunder guy who's useless. This nigga let somebody die.
Why did they do his eyes that way? Is my question. Like, Jesus Christ.
My nigga pulled. They're trying to escape. My nigga said, "You can come. You can come. You can come." Oh, this guy that I've been propping up this whole movie, I'm just gonna let him die for no apparent reason. He just go back for the nigga.
You know what? Shane Sum should have said Falls Victory on his ass. That would have been funny. But anyway.
All right, we're out. Judas and the Black Messiah.
In 5 minutes.
5 minutes.
Oh, shit.
We're literally never going to review this movie. Go ahead.
What did y'all think?
It was great.
Jesus Christ. So no, it really is an amazing movie. The part that I found the most interesting,
I'll be right back. 1 second.
Is now you're good.
This nigga leaves.
Yeah, of course. Akiko, you see what's going on. More Kombat was more important to this nigga.
I don't give a fuck about this shit. What for having? I'm probably gonna take a piss.
Oh shit!
All right, go ahead.
No, so with the very beginning of the movie, with the setup to why he betrayed the entire movement, was him as a criminal knew it was more power behind the symbol, behind the establishment, than just a regular gangbanger with a gun.
What do you mean by? Hold on, break that down a little bit.
So, whenever he first tries to go rob the guy's car, he knew just the symbol of the badge is more powerful than an army coming to take his car.
Oh yeah,
because just the badge by itself is enough for him to get the keys, for him to leave and walk out.
Yeah.
So, with him already having that mindset, it's easy for him for you to understand why he betrayed the entire movement. Even though the movement was designed to help our people, to him, he sees as a institutional power that nothing can take down. Even though you can tell as the movie progresses that he understands, he agrees with what was happening, with what the Black Panthers were doing, but he had more faith in the system than protesting and try to change it.
Yeah. You know what? So when we were first supposed to talk about this movie, I had a lot of different thoughts. I had a lot of anger also towards Homeboy. I can't think of his name. The person that plays his name is Lakeith Stanfield, which by far is probably one of my favorite underrated actors. And just to be frank, I didn't know much about Fred Hammond. And his, I mean, I knew about his role in the Black Panther, but not to the degree in which I found out after watching this movie. And to know that dude, William O'Neill is his name, to know that dude got as close as he did, and was able to get the information he was able to, is kind of interesting. One thing that I thought about, because everybody has been so mad, it was so mad at William O'Neill, rightfully so, right? We were kind of watching some clips on the interview he did for PBS.
And then he killed himself right after that interview.
After he came out, yeah, he killed himself, which was, I think, the second or third time that he tried to commit suicide. it's jacked up what he did, but I further understand how he was able to get roped up in doing something like that. Especially if he didn't really know. And I kind of want to talk about the movie more before I even get into that point.
Okay.
But nigga, the movie came out in May. I mean, in March.
Yeah.
Shit came out in March. So I'm trying to remember different points about the movie. I don't know, man. It was a good movie. Like I said, I really didn't understand Fred Hammond's position until I saw the movie. But it was interesting to know that he was able to speak the way he did and influence so many people.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, really, this whole Black Power movement at the age in which they did it, because these are like teenagers, bro. Like these are kids.
These are kids.
These are kids. Like the Black Panther movement was. That shit was led by kids, bro. I mean, like they were fearless. They were like, look, we ain't gonna stand up for no bullshit. And they had the FBI shook, like kids, 17, 18, 19, 20, like they had the FBI on their heads, bro. And just think about, if you just think about it, and really, to be honest with you, they wasn't really. I mean, they were more about helping the community. And like, you're not going to come in here and just do anything. You're not just going to come in here and just disrespect us. You're not going to come in here and be on no police brutality bullshit. And we're going to help our people. We're going to feed the kids. We're going to, give, basic, clinical care when needed. Like what the Black Panther was founded and established on. Dude, that shit. I mean, we had our own shit. I mean, and it's kind of like, when white people, they feel so threatened when we have our own shit. Mm-hmm. Black Wall Street, Greenwood, Oklahoma, Tulsa, Oklahoma, as it's named now. We had our own shit. White people wasn't feeling that. You know what I mean? They just. I feel like they don't want better. They don't want us to have better. I mean, we could talk about Tulsa. We could talk about the Black Panthers. We could talk about them on Amazon, which was some bullshit. I mean, white people they want to have they want us to have our own shit and it be popping. They don't want us to move into their shit, and it's just and I maybe some of this is stemming from watching them, but it's like, dude, they want us to be where they want us to be. And if we deviate and derive from, if we move away from that and they get uncomfortable, then they try to do what they can to stop us. That's the whole thing about the Black Panther. They were like in fear of this guy. You know what I mean?
Because like everything in the scene where he went into the white church was so powerful.
Crazy. Talking about the KKK?
Absolutely, because he's going into our enemy's house saying, we're not your enemies. The enemy is the system. The enemy is you're not being able to feed your kids. The enemy is the police messing with the same way that they mess with us. So you have the same enemy that we have. And then 2 scenes later, when there is a funeral and it is a Hispanic group, he did the same thing with them. So it's like, we're working on bettering our community, but he realized that the organization can't exclude anybody, because the first community he went to heal was ours, because there was a alternative militant black group, the Crown Royals, in the movie that he went to broker a peace treaty with them, and then he went and worked with every other community afterwards. So not only was he building up the black community, but everybody who had to interact with it. And I think that's where the fear comes into play, because anytime where the man isn't the superior man, which is what the country was built upon, was the white man being superior in every way, you have a stark example where you're not. Same thing in Oklahoma. Same thing with gentrification. Same thing where every time where we move out and we're supposed to be the ghetto and our area is flourishing, crack epidemic. mandatory minimums. So it's a rolling cycle of every time where we get to a point where we are self-sufficient, then that scares politicians. So let's make a policy, or let's make the system even more for it's going to hurt them. That way we can be superior.
Yeah. And actually, I think that scene that you just pointed out, Rock, to me when I was watching it was when he really became the threat, when he went to that church. And it was like, oh snap, like the threat is unity versus the system. Like when that happens, it's like, that's when, okay, well, we got to assassinate this dude because he's bringing too many people. Like, it ain't just the black people. He bringing everybody. Same thing with Martin Luther King. Like, everybody was out. And it's just like, oh, got to get rid of him. I mean, we're even seeing it today. Like, I was watching a review of Fox News. And I want to say it was Tucker Carlson, one of them trash-ass niggas, was on there talking about how they're not going to replace us. Like, they're fear-mongering. So they're basically speaking to the white person that basically feels like they're losing their identity. Same rhetoric is like, well, we're losing our country. We're fighting back for our country. Well, when did you exactly lose the country? Was it when we got the black president? Was it, I mean, like, when did this happen? You know, was it when the Hispanics became, if anything, Hispanics becoming the number one minority? I mean, you would think black people would feel something, but we don't feel shit. Like, it's like, no, whatever. Like, we just trying to exist. We just trying to, like, live like everybody else. And so it's I think when when Abe talks about, when he's saying white people, he's not saying white people as in all white people. It's white people that's been indoctrinated with this mentality that we have to be on top. This mentality that we're number one, when it's like we're the best in the world, when nigga, we probably haven't been the best in the world at anything in quite some time. Like, if we went through like category to category, whether that's math, science, reading, like school, like anything, engineering, whatever, we'd probably be hard pressed to be number one in almost anything. Automobile, like whatever. You know, but we're like, America, number one. Like, nah, niggas, like, humble yourself, bro. Like, we're indebted to other countries. You're not number one when you owe another nigga $1 trillion. Like,
yeah. And not to get off topic, but what Charles Barkley said recently, the more I think about it, the more I agree with it.
What did he say?
He said that for the most part, people aren't bad. Like, most white people are good, but it's the system that's bad. But because, like, when you look at it, it's Fox News that indoctrinates the people who are on the fringes. If Fox News were saying, had a different message, a message of unity, then the people who weren't felt disenfranchised wouldn't feel as disenfranchised.
You know, the crazy thing about Fox News is they got sued. They got sued for Dominion.
$1 billion.
Right. You know what their defense was? We're not actually a news station. We actually are people that speak on these shows, their opinion. I don't want to say opinion artists, but they use the word opinion, like they do opinion pieces. So no reasonable person would actually listen to Tucker Carlson or any of these other idiots and think that they're actually the news. They'd be able to tell the difference. That was their defense in the lawsuit. We're not the news. We're just talking. Yeah,
but you're called Fox News, and which was the whole thing with. I promise to keep it, bring you back on topic. But that's the whole thing with Rudy Giuliani is that he would say all this stuff on the news, but in a courtroom where you have to tell the truth, where you're sworn to the truth, you ain't bring up none of this shit,
right?
Because now your words you actually held accountable for what you say, but in the news you're not.
One thing, just to kind of tie it back to. But you 100 on that, Rob. One thing though to tie it back to Judas and the Black Panther is
Black Messiah.
Black.
I know the movie was 4 months ago. I get that. I get it. You're good.
No, hold up. Let me tell you. No, let me tell you why. Let me tell you why.
Yeah, we just got the title of this episode.
Views of the Black Panther.
Bruh.
Do you know how pissed off Ego's gonna be after this shit? I waited 4 months for this bullshit.
Bruh. No, I was so certain I said the right thing. I was dog. If Abe didn't respond, I'd have let it ride. But no, you know what's crazy? Here's why Black Panther was on my. I'm crying. Here's why Black Panther was on my mind, because when Abe was talking about how white America doesn't want black people to own their own stuff, I was thinking about Black Panther, because I'm like, well, dang, this is what T'Challa was talking about. This is why they didn't want to go public, because like stuff like that happens. So when it was my turn to bring it back, I conflated the two. I'm sorry.
That's funny. That was funny. That was
the
funny.
Black Messiah. So, damn, did I lose my point? What was it? The tie back into Judas.
Yeah.
Fuck.
I don't know, but no, I mean, I feel like this should go without saying. I mean, I'm not talking about every white person. Even when I was talking about, even when I made the point on them, and I was talking about Amazon could have kept that. I said in my I said in the caption up under somebody's comment, I felt like this movie is for white people who get off on black people being tortured. I said that in my comment, and I mean, people who were white, I mean, they agreed. So, I mean, if it's not you, then you shouldn't trip. I'm not talking about you, but if you get offended by that, then you should be trying to figure out why you get offended by some stuff like that.
Right.
If you don't get off on black people being tortured, then I'm not talking to you. But I feel like there's a particular audience that they get a feel off of, like, seeing black people like enslaved and all this other shit. And I'm trying to get away from watching stuff that's like that, because I mean, we live it every day. Shit, we were just talking about how George Floyd, his case just finally got closed. We still don't know what he's being sentenced for. Ludi, don't lose your thought, because I feel like I'm going to go on a rant. But just in that same breath, like 2 more people got killed by cops. So I mean, we live it. You know what I'm saying?
And
it's
one
like
10 miles away from where George Floyd died.
Yeah. So we live this, and I feel like we live it enough, and we know it enough that we don't have to keep seeing it over and over again. I mean, how many times can you redress a slavery movie? I mean, and
Django.
Django. But they don't like Django until Jamie Foxx get the busting that Leonardo DiCaprio ass. That's when then they like, oh wait, hold on, y'all doing too much.
This movie was great before that. Right. Said, nigga, I was happy.
Yeah, exactly. So I feel like there's an audience, and a target audience rather, that they get a kick off of just seeing that.
Right.
Because it's kind of like why people play GTA, right? Like, you get to live in this world that you aren't able to physically partake in, but you can do whatever you want to in this world.
Escape.
And you can escape, just like Westworld. I mean, it's this feeling that you can't really get without getting in trouble, but you can see it live on the big screen and all that stuff. So, but Rez, what was your point in what you were saying about Judas and the Black?
Oh, just to bring it back. I knew he stuck the Black Panther. But one thing I do appreciate about that movie is they show the flaws of even the movement and the messaging, right? So, like, you know, initially Fred gets confronted by a young lady, and she talks about how, like, he's freestyling. He really doesn't know what he's just kind of going off the top, and so he can alienate a lot of people that he can really capture if he honed his skills in. Further highlighting that this is a kid. He's not at the peak of his powers. He had that much influence off of just talent, misdirected talent. Like he didn't even have, like, it was not even, I don't want to say misdirected, because that sounds like he didn't have a clear goal. He had a clear goal, but the messaging could get a little muddled. And they show even a part where he talks about, what was it? The only good pig is a dead pig or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
But like, it shows the good and the bad. And I like that. I don't know how. I ain't gonna hold you. I don't know how the dude that betrayed Fred.
William O'Neill.
Yeah. Man, that's the mental gymnastics that you have to do to pull that off and live that long. Even though he had a terrible ending, I don't know how you do that. I don't know how you do that.
Well, let's talk about that real quick, because I really feel like this movie was more so about William O'Neill, who was played by Lakeith Stanfield.
100.
Shout out to him, guy. One of my favorite underrated actors out there. But this movie was really more so about him and his perspective.
Right.
What are you guys' thoughts on his role in infiltrating the Black Panther movement?
So he was in a bad position because either you give your life for the movement once you realize what the movement, or you continue sabotaging it. Because like I was saying earlier, it's like before he even got put in the situation, he already had a massive amount of respect for the badge.
Mm-hmm.
Because that he was able to rob countless people just off the strength of having a fake badge. Mm-hmm. So you're looking at somebody who already has a massive amount of respect for the establishment and knows what the power behind that is. And then when you look at the case officer who was assigned to, he was getting paid money that he didn't know anything about, and he respected the case officer. And then even when you go to the end of the movie, where he has to convince him to betray Judas, where he convinced him to betray Fred, he's like, he's a good kid. And his officer came back with, would you let him date your daughter, though?
Oh.
So you see the dynamic. He's like, well, I respect William. I like him. I know he's a good guy. But the system won't allow, or I won't allow my daughter to date a black guy, no matter how much I like him, no matter how much I respect him, and no matter how much I value him. Mm-hmm. So you're dealing with somebody who, number one, has respect for the system that he's working with, and number two, the officer he's working with, he has respect for. So you have a situation where you respect the law enforcement side of it, but you also understand the struggle of being a black man. You understand what Fred's saying is real, but you're caught up between two systems and you can't choose which one I'm going to support. Like the Bible says, you can only support one master. You can't have two masters.
And basically he was dealing with an identity crisis. Like he was struggling with the fact that like Rock says, like, okay, so I respect this person who represents the law, which is supposed to be on the up and up, and I respect this person who is speaking for my people, but the way society is programming, I wouldn't want my daughter to date this person. So, but this person actually speaks to my needs and what is best for my people.
Mm-hmm.
So that's insane in itself. But for me, I think, God, I honestly, it was just a disappointment. Like as a person, like I get the confusion of what do I do, because if I don't do this, I'm going to jail. But if I do this too long, I'm probably gonna get killed, right? But then I also start to believe in what the messaging is from Fred.
Mm-hmm.
This dude literally heard somebody say they killed a snitch, went to the officer, told him, And didn't the officer go to the higher ups and find out that the guy that said that actually was working?
He was a snitch.
Mm-hmm.
He was a snitch, right?
Yeah.
And then didn't that snitch let 2 other people take the fall for something that he did, so they got killed when they had nothing to do with it? Did that message ever get back to William? Complete in the dark. I think he was complete in the dark on that.
Well,
I can't remember.
He was in the dark of how deep it went. So because he witnessed the murder, they kept on sending him to other Black Panther cities. And they would just raid the city because they knew he was in it. So I don't think that part got back to him. He just knew that he was a snitch too.
It's just frustrating. Because like in my mind, I'm like, in that situation, like you actually are the ultimate trump card, because you could literally, like, he knows Fred's a good kid. He knows Fred is doing the right thing. Like at a certain point, I genuinely believe William believed he was a Black Panther. I almost
absolutely.
He split himself off. Like one part of me is a Black Panther, and one part of me is a snitch. Like he has 2 separate identities. Mm-hmm. But at some point, he's the ultimate trump card, because he could literally inform them that, hey, they're using me to do this. Right?
Ooh. No, and
then they can literally set them up.
So
I don't know about that one.
So that sounds good now, but you have to look at William's reality. The last time he heard that there was a possible snitch, they burned him alive and then shot him.
Right.
So you gonna say, "Oh, me too."
Shit, I mean, homegirl was finna bust a cap in his ass just because when they were meeting with the Crowns, and the dude that he robbed noticed him.
I ain't even gonna hold you. I wanted her to do it. I know how the story ends, and I literally wanted her to do it.
Oh yeah, but the movie would have only been like,
the movie wouldn't happen. Yeah,
30 minutes. Yeah.
But I was like, please have this nigga, like, for real, bruh. But
in watching this, I understand. I understand more of William. I understand more, because before it was just Fred Hammond was this dope dude in the Black Panther. Some nigga set him up and got him killed. And off rip, you're thinking, well, damn, this nigga ain't shit. Whoever this is, right? Mm-hmm. But hearing, kind of like what y'all have already explained, hearing his choice of, right, you want to go to jail, or you can do this for us. And, not only will you stay out of jail, we'll pay you. I mean, I'm 18, 19 in Chicago. You know what I'm saying? I'm already trying to bounce cards to get money. You gonna keep me out of jail? I really don't know who this dude is. I mean, yeah, I'll do it, whatever. You know what I'm saying? And so he got in, right, doing this thing, and then he realized the influence. Because if we take his word, he said that he didn't know much about the Black Panther movement. He didn't know much about.
Yeah, I can believe that.
You know what I'm saying? You know, and so outside looking in, I can see that being the case, especially if you're in the streets. You know what I'm saying? You over here trying to hit people for their whips, doing whatever, just trying to make money. You may not be on top of a group like this because of how big we think the group is.
Right.
And so for him to, take that offer from the police at that age to keep me from going to jail,
especially when there's no other
I'll do it.
Because we're talking about a time where there is no civil defense to get you out.
But I can only roll at that until a certain point. Like there's a threshold moment where it's just like where like, hold on, bro. Like they asked me to do what? They want me to lay out the floor plan, and you see what they did to them, and then they're asking you, hey, show me his house. Like there's a threshold. At some point, you just gotta say no.
Then you say no and you go to jail.
Go to jail then, nigga. Take the hit. Because it's not like you innocent. It's like, it's like, bruh, my nigga is literally robbing people from the jump of the movie.
Yeah.
But you have to look how it starts, though, right? Because it starts, go to a meeting. Tell me what happens.
Right.
It starts off with, he's learning about the Black Panther movement.
Right.
He's being educated about it. So he's like, I'm not hurting anybody.
That's cool.
So
and
even
I can rock with him up to that.
Even so, he's in it now. Fred Hammond goes to jail. He's in jail for what, 6 years?
Man.
So he's undercover at this point. He's been undercover for at least 6 to 10 years. Just doing small stuff. Then it was like, okay, give me the layout of the building. You're just gonna steal information. Nobody's gonna be there. So you are doing a series of small steps to villainy. It's not just one step to evil.
Right.
It's hundreds of steps over a decade. Till even when they first asked for the proof for the house, he didn't want to do it.
Right. That's called instincts.
So he's like, I know that's gonna run down, but I'm not gonna do it. But I don't at this point, I don't know if he had his son or not. But it's like, at what point there is no getting out of it? Because do you think if they're gonna let you go to jail and they're gonna let you live?
He tried to get out of it. He tried. There was at one point in the movie where he was like, "Look, I'm not for this shit no more." And the white guy was like, "Okay, well, do you want to go to jail?" Pretty much.
Mm-hmm.
And so you get to a point to where it's like, yeah, I don't know nothing about this group, y'all. I mean, you gonna pay me shit? I'll see. I'll tell you what they're talking about. I don't know what they're about anyway, but if you want to know, sure, whatever. And you find out what they're about. I mean, you in the whip with Fred Hammond. You heard him talk. You heard him speak like you his right hand man. And then you start to become, influenced. You become more of a Black Panther. At least you feel that way in the moment.
Right.
And he may not have known that they were going to kill him when they asked for the blueprints. He may have just thought that.
That part I'm not rolling with.
You don't think so? They haven't tried to kill him up to this point. Why would they go in there trying to kill him there?
Why would you tell me to drug him if you're not going to kill him?
Well, because remember the black guy said we want to make sure that he's out. That way we can take him peacefully.
Nah, bro.
Even then, even if you have an inkling that he's,
I literally just watched y'all do a shootout on a building that I was in. No,
that he knew about, but he knew it. He knew about it though.
Right, but there was nothing peaceful about the shootout. Like he had precedent to feel like, okay, wait. So you want me to draw out his house, drug him before, and so we're supposed to make believe that he was unaware of any other assassinations in America at all?
Even if he knew, he says no, and then what? He goes to jail.
Yeah, and they probably try to find somebody else to do it.
Do you think they let him live?
That's 50-50. That's debatable.
So now it's like you want me to put my life in jeopardy.
I mean, his life was in jeopardy from jump.
Not
necessarily.
What?
So, but we see that he did it and he survived. So they let him go after they did it. So if they put him in jail and he gets a chance to run his mouth about it, then everybody knows. So at that point, it's safer to kill him if you're going to put him in jail.
Facts.
So it's hard for you to sacrifice your life for somebody else's.
No,
exactly. It goes from I will pay you if you don't want to do it, you go to jail, to okay, if you don't want to do it, then nigga, you're gonna end up missing. Like that's what it goes to. Because shit, if they're willing to kill whoever in the shootout, right? Or if they're willing to off Fred Hammond, yeah, they're gonna off this nigga, especially if they got 6 or 7 other informants in the Black Panthers.
Right.
The only reason he survived because he stayed useful.
He stayed useful. It sucks. It sucks. He was in a tight situation. You're impersonating an officer and you stole a car. That is time. I'm young.
Real time.
I'm young. You giving me an out and I don't have to I can go home now and you gonna pay me? I can see why he did it. Was it jacked up? Absolutely. I can see why he did it though.
I can see that until it gets to the blood. That's the only thing is like infiltration, I get it. Stay out of jail, I get it. When you start talking about laying blueprints out and layouts of certain building offices, and you go back to the building office and it's completely wrecked. And then you go from that to lay out this person's house. I'm not supposed to assume that you're going to do the same to this house and the people in it that you did to the.
But nobody died in that building. It was after hours. Nobody was there.
Right, but in the example, they're saying we're coming to take him.
Right, but we're going to make sure he's sedated. That way, nothing's going to happen.
Nah, fam. There's nothing about police in that time that would make you think that they're going to be on the up and up about that.
So, but if you
not necessarily, they took him the first time.
Yeah, he was arrested the first time, and
he wasn't drugged. What the introduction of the drug itself contaminates everything. Just the idea of
you're looking at it from somebody who's gone through what we've gone through in the past 5 years, past 10 years. He's coming from a standpoint of, I trust this system. I know the power behind this system. And I respect this system.
I don't think he respected the system. I think he respected the power of the system. I don't think he respected the system like this is the right thing to do.
I would agree with that.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. He respects the power behind it, so he knows the danger of going against the system. Yeah, so he believes. So I believe because of that, I can see. Okay, the system is that they're going to do this. I'm going to believe that they're going to do it. I have reservations about it, but they're going to tell me it's going to be this way. I can see why he didn't expect it to go the way it did.
I think he expected it to go exactly the way it did if the movie is accurate to his emotional portrayal leading up to it. Because when he asked him, did he want to have a drink? I'll get a drink for you. Or when he was in the room and his voice started cracking, like, bro, this nigga knew. He knew what was up.
Wait, what do you mean?
Remember at the very end, right before they raid the place, he asked Fred, like, hey, do you want me to get you a drink? Or he basically alluded to him getting him a drink. Hey, let me take care of you or something like that. And then right before he left, he was like, hey, do you need anything else? And his voice was cracking and all that stuff. He knew what was up.
Oh, yeah. No, he did. He probably did.
So that whole angle of like, well, I didn't really know. Like, nah, bro. Like, we're not rolling with that. You knew. And you've seen enough black people get killed prior to that to know.
But I think he was just so deep in it.
No, he was deep. He was super deep.
Even if he knew, which, like you said, Rez, he probably did. He probably knew that this nigga was not going to make it through the night. Even if you knew, you're so deep in it,
bro. That nigga had a pregnant wife.
Yeah,
his wife was pregnant in the same house that he laid out, and he knew that she was in the house.
But here's the thing: he didn't know was somebody else informing on the house as well. Was there another informant just as deep as he was that he just didn't know about?
True. What is that? I don't know the relevance of that, though.
Well, I'm saying, like, so even if I don't do it, then they had the black guy come up to you to show that, oh yeah, no, we can come touch you whenever we want.
Yeah, that was scary.
So would you be able? I don't say how likely is it for anybody to be able to trade their life for somebody else's?
Oh, it's hard. That's a hard, but and that's the thing, like that in the moment, like. I'm not gonna hold you. That's probably the hardest decision ever to make. But it's not impossible. Like, it's just, bro. I don't know. Like, at some point, like, character. If you really believe you're a Black Panther, and you really like, at some point you identify like, this is a good kid, and this is a movement that is necessary based off of the forces that are against us. If there's any part of you that truly believe that, at a certain point, you gotta go, damn, man, this nigga got a kid on the way. I'm drinking with these people. I'm eating with these people. Like, I'm not finna do that. If I'm really about the game, then this is the price. Like, don't be a part of the game, eat and break bread with us, but then when shit gets tight and goes left, you want to duck out. Like, no, like, are you in or you out? What's like if you really, really believed in this movement, at some point you gotta pump the brakes, fam. That'd be the same that like this may not be apples to apples.
Yeah.
But that would be the same as like, all right, I believe in Jesus. I believe, like, say Jesus came down and we're disciples and we see him do miracles. We believe in all this stuff and we're like, all right, I'm riding for him, right? And then they come to you and say, all right, cool. We need you to set this nigga up. Like tonight.
Peter.
Yeah, Peter denied him 3 times. Right? You see that fucked his head up.
Yeah.
But it's like at some point, like, put it like this: if they would have came to Peter and been like, "Yo, Peter, we need you to betray Jesus," Peter sliced a nigga's ears off, bro. He down for the call. Like, if you really believe what you say you believe, somebody got to take an L, bro.
Yeah, I think that would be giving him too much credit, though. I don't know if there are people in the Black Panther who would do.
Yeah,
what you're
how many
saying.
people would in the Black Panther do you honestly believe would be willing to die for the cause? Everybody who's in the movement isn't willing to die for
maybe like
the movement.
20%. I say 20.
That's a very small number.
It is, but there's a small number of people that actually was that close. That's the thing. Like, the nigga was valuable. He infiltrated the upper echelon.
Yeah.
So you're in the inner circle. So if you're that deep, because they don't just trust everybody in that circle. That means like you had to prove yourself over a bunch of minute little things over the course of like you said, a decade of 6, 7, 8 years. Like, that trust has to be earned over time. You can't earn that type of trust and not genuinely feel something for these people.
So, but like with that same statement goes towards the cops. He was working with them longer than the Black Panther, so he had to do more to earn the cops' trust.
True. I think at that, I don't know. I'm trying to rationalize something that's irrational. Like, honestly, because when I think about it, it's like, okay, cool. Let's say, all right, so you got the police on this side, and you got the Black Panthers on this side. The Black Panthers are offering you food, they're offering you shelter, they're offering you water. The police are basically offering you threats. They're offering like to take your freedom. So like you're doing one thing by like absolute necessity because you're trying to save your life, and you're doing one because it's like, no, this is the right thing to do.
He was getting paid too, though.
I'm saying
he was getting money.
Yeah.
So like it started with, do you want to go to jail? We can help you out, and you help us and get paid.
Right.
So once he agreed to help, the threat was off the table. So for years,
he came back anytime he pushed back, though.
But primarily it was, I just keep on giving you money.
Right.
You don't like it, I'm just gonna give you more money.
Right.
You don't like it, I'm gonna tell you, hey, don't worry, we got your back. I'm the only person who knows you're not gonna get found out. I'm gonna give you some more money. Right. So when you say somebody's giving you food, water, and shelter, I'm giving you money to buy those things yourself.
Right.
So they're both giving the same thing.
That was probably the easiest bread he was making until shit hit the fan and that place got shot up.
Granted, 100%. But you find out who a person really is when you tell them you're not going to do something they want you to do. Right?
Agreed.
He told them, I ain't doing it. They were like, oh, catch these handcuffs. That tells you everything you need to know right there.
So playing devil's advocate, when there was suspicion from the Black Panthers, what was it? Prove who you say you are, I'm going to kill you right now.
But that wasn't even from a real Black Panther.
What you mean? That was from, that was
from a black, that was his girl.
Yeah, that was homegirl.
So from a movement standpoint, both sides
threaten to kill.
Do what you do, I'm gonna kill you. Do what I do, I'm gonna kill you.
Boy, he's talking about a tight situation, so god damn.
That's tough.
That is. That's a tough situation to be in. That's a tough situation to be in. I just try to put myself like, man, if I'm in the hood, bro, working for scraps, nigga, and I get offered a bag to just tell you some shit about a group that I don't necessarily know about.
Because you got to look at it first. He was just he
was
an initiate, so he wasn't even giving them real information. He getting bread. He getting the bag all bullshit information.
So it makes. I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying. At some point, it has to be to where you're like, look, yo, this is some bullshit. But at that point, it's like, at what cost?
Right.
You know what I mean? At least that's what I'm thinking. That's what I'm thinking. He's thinking. You know what I mean?
I don't know. I probably know too many people that are like. I know people that like served in military or like they've done things where it's just like they would willingly sacrifice for the greater cause, and
and the normal person wouldn't.
Right.
The normal person is very selfish, bro.
Right.
Like when it comes to certain things, they won't sacrifice much.
Right.
If it's at the jeopardy or inconvenience of themselves.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right. You're right.
That's why I get it. So,
movie quality wise, though, what did y'all think? Y'all thought it was top tier?
It's going to be one of the best movies this year. They come out for sure.
Oh, well, one of the best movies last year.
It came out this year.
It was this year. It was 2021.
Yeah, it was March.
It was 2 months ago, bro.
Hey, it feels like it was 6 months ago.
Yeah. That'll be on Google's trends for movies.
Ain't Danny up for an Oscar tonight?
For what movie? Judas and the Black Messiah.
Yeah.
I mean, I would be surprised if he wasn't.
I think
I would be surprised if he is.
I'm pretty sure he's up.
I think him and Lakeith Stanfield should be up for an Oscar for that one. And he acted his ass off.
Yes.
Props to my guy.
Yes, he did. He really carried that movie, honestly.
Yeah. But it was his movie. He was supposed to. That movie was more so about him than it was Fred, in my opinion.
Right.
Yeah, that movie wouldn't have hit as hard without William. Because William shows you the contrast of how great Fred was.
Mm.
Like, we're asking the question, well, how many people would die for the convictions? Fred did. Fred knew what he was getting into, and still many times said you can kill a revolutionary, but you can't kill the revolution.
Bro, that's
and he lived by those words.
Jesus, man. When they put the pistol to her stomach, dog, that fucked me up.
Yeah.
Or was it the pump? They put, oh man. Bro. Man, fuck that nigga, man. Like, oh, nah, bro. I ain't, nah.
Fuck William O'Neill?
Yeah, bro. Nah, bro. Nah.
Yikes.
Like, nah, for real, man. Nah, like, I don't, nah.
I don't think many people are rooting for him, but I think it's important to just not say fuck him without trying to understand why he would do something like he did.
Yeah, I mean that's I mean, look, Derek killed Floyd, right? Fuck him too. I don't need to go into a deep dissertation about understanding why he did what. Like, nah, man. Like certain things, like just like, nah, fuck you, bro. Like, nah.
So why?
I'll say fuck you to people for less.
Why? Why is it though? Why are you saying fuck him?
Who, Derek?
No, we know why with that.
Well, cause I'm just saying, because like I've said fuck you to people for less. So like you basically single-handedly gift wrapped it a revolutionary. You gift wrapped it a generational gift to the world, to the enemy. Same way I would just say fuck Judas.
Mm-hmm.
You know, now I'm not God. God probably forgave Judas. I don't know. He hung himself. You know, I don't know how that relationship works. You know, after you throw him up on Calvary.
Yeah.
Keep in mind, but he said one of you will betray me.
Right.
So he went into it already forgave him because he knew it was going to happen.
All right, cool. So, you know, that's more power to him. That's why
that's a wild dynamic. Could you imagine like being at the table with God and him like, one of y'all gonna betray me?
Right. It's like, yo, Jesus, is it? I know that's your boy.
Is it me?
You looking around like, hey me.
You gonna deny me 3 times before the crooks or whatever that thing is. No, not me. Watch.
Nigga, I already seen it.
Yeah. Bruh.
You got a smile on your face too.
Bro, you know how the remote control to the universe? I can fast forward the DVR.
Yeah, we get to it. I put the nigga up on the screen if you want me to. Nigga, my whole screen. Nah, I get it. Some people don't deserve an explanation or a deeper understanding. They just don't. So I get that.
I mean, yeah, like,
but I think it was important to have that perspective told especially in such a major story like this.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying.
So I looked it up. They both were nominated for actor in a supporting role. Danny won. Lakita was nominated though.
Danny won.
Mm-hmm. Daniel Kaluuya, absolutely.
Wow. Hold on, let's pump the brakes. I know we gotta go, but like, can we clap it up one time for Kaluuya? Because like, what a run, bro! Like, just mainstream wise, he went from Get Out to Black Panther to Judas and the Black Messiah.
Top tier.
God, what a
top tier movies, top tier Black movies.
And I might be missing one or two in between, but I mean that's
yeah, he's killing.
Wow.
Top tier Black movies.
Yeah,
he's killing.
Good looking at Kikyo.
Yeah, man. I hope this was worth the wait.
It wasn't.
Probably not.
Oh yeah. So, all right, man. I got anything else?
Nope.
How y'all doing with y'all's debt payoff journey?
Paid off my bed last week or a week before.
Good shit.
Yeah.
Good shit.
So credit card is already paid off. Right now, I'm working on getting the $1,000 to savings account and then paying off as much stuff as possible. I paid off 2 of my medical bills already, so I'll just have a couple small debts left, and I'll be good. Nice. It's so crazy. Like, I want to put the money in savings, but it's like, let me get this fucking debt out of here first.
Nice. How close are you to having the G in your savings account?
800
left.
Right there. You only got 200 left.
No, I have 800 left. He said, how far away are you from? Hey. But the thing is, I can easily do it. It's just that I've been so focused on just paying everything off first that then once I get paid off, then I'm gonna work on getting 6 months of income in savings.
Nice. Not to pry too much in. You don't have to answer. Do you have a lot of expenses? I know your car is paid off.
Mm-mm.
You don't?
Mm-mm.
That's good.
Like right now, my biggest thing is eating out. So I need to get back to cooking more because I do cook, but doing it every day is my struggle.
I get it. I definitely get that shit. Start cooking in bulk, nigga.
Yeah.
I mean, I get that shit though. I went on this whole kind of a detox. I made rice and bean, and then like I just kind of cooked vegetables throughout the week. But I had the rice and bean kind of cooked. Mm-hmm. It would last me at least until Wednesday. Anyway,
so the Dave Ramsey starter kit.
That's what's up, though, man.
Dave
Scamsy. That's what's up.
Yeah, no, because like rice is the easiest thing to do because I done that rice cooker and I'll be good.
Yeah. Hell yeah. Shit.
Rice is not everything else. Yep. You know what? That's why I had a couple drinks tonight. I go to Kroger's tomorrow. I almost said, well, no, I'm not going to do nothing tonight. Give me another drink.
Hell yeah. Yeah, I ain't got shit either. Oh, well. I got 47 left on my car.
Nice.
Big. That's big.
Yeah.
4,700.
Mm-hmm.
Damn. Hold on,
Right there.
Yeah, we talk about that. Where'd you start off this year?
This year I started
I'm
off.
excited about that number being that low.
It's low. Nigga, I've been. I mean, I'm focused. I can't say Gisette will probably get me for saying sacrifice, but I haven't really been buying a lot. But I started January. It started at $10,200.
That boy down.
Yo, that's a.
That boy put down, man.
Yeah,
in 4 months.
Yeah, I was serious. I'm not playing. I want this car out the way. So
you may knock this bitch out way earlier before December.
No, that's the goal. The goal is July now. That's my goal. If I get knocked out in July.
You adjusted it. Okay,
yeah.
I like that.
Yeah, if I can knock it out in July, then July is aggressive. That's extremely aggressive. So
yeah,
if I can do that, then that'd be cool. But yeah, man, just not buying shit, and I'm like, I had a moment to where it was like I was over it last week. So I mean, people posting their shoes they just bought. Like, I want to buy shoes. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want to buy an iPad and shit like that. But all that'll come. So
now,
yeah,
that's
man.
one thing. I just did my taxes this week, so I'll probably take my return and just put it to get the $1,000 into the savings account, and take the rest and put it on debt. Because once I get my debt paid off, my next goal is to pay off this 401k loan. Oh, then your boy gonna be in there.
Go in there like swimwear.
That's gonna change so much. Yeah,
nigga, that's gonna be an extra $300 a month.
Easy.
Yeah,
easy.
That's gonna be a wrap. That's what's up, fool. Shit, man, keep knocking that shit out.
Like, so when I started this journey, like last July, my credit score was about 580, 702 now.
Let's get it.
That's the fuck I'm talking about.
Nigga, I'm like, yo, let's get this bitch as high as possible.
My nigga in the green. He in the green with it. That's what's up, fool. That's what's up, man. That's what you should be proud of.
Man.
That is a win. That's big time. That is big time.
Hell yeah.
When I say I've been on this, I feel on this dead shit. Get this shit the fuck out of here.
Telling you.
Yeah, man.
Y'all niggas thought I was crazy.
Nigga, no, you were definitely tripping. No, you was out of here.
You said who? We were tripping?
Nah, that nigga.
Oh.
Reyes was tripping. Now that means you gotta buy $1,000 car and hope it worked.
Next opportunity, this nigga that got a whole SUV. This nigga got a whole SUV, bro. God, dog. I tell you what, boy.
Niggas ain't shit, man.
I tell you what, man. Life be like, oh yeah? Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm. Twins, nigga.
Nigga. That was so hilarious because we had that conversation. It felt like less than 2 months later. Hey guys, I got something to tell you.
Thanks.
And then it was just Erica was pregnant. It wasn't that she had 2 beans. She just had one. And they got that sonogram bag. And they saw 2 heartbeats in that motherfucker. And it was like, oh my gosh.
Boy, I feel like a Mario got this ice box where my heart used to be at. God damn it.
And Erica had 2 beans in there, boy. God,
Lord.
We love them though. L&M, man. Shouts out. They crawling down shit, fool. What you gonna do, man?
They are super fast, bro.
Bro, it's different. When they get mobile, bro. That's a wrap. You gotta start putting up gates and shit now.
Facts. We were looking at gates last week, bro. We trying to get ready.
Still, yeah. Long before you know it, they'll be walking.
Oh Lord Jesus, help them.
Yeah, you got a couple more months. It's coming.
Yeah. Let's go fast.
Yeah, real quick. Let's get the hell up out of here. We are back officially. Podbean has put us back, at least for the time being, unless somebody want to go scanning our episodes again and find our whole what's the scenario catalog and
catch that beat.
Catch that beat. They want to find that catalog. My goodness. We're gonna get out of here for real. Yeah. So, in the meantime, man, check us out on our older episodes. Now they're back. Anywhere you listen to podcasts between the lines, go back and check out Jacinth's episode, man. We got cut off, but that is a good episode, man. She paid off $90,000 in debt, 3 years. I sent the link to the YouTube to a few people. They liked it. They made some goals just based off of that episode in itself. And yeah, man, people are really feeling it. So if you didn't get a chance to go listen to that, definitely backtrack and check that episode out, because if you've ever thought about paying off debt, haven't thought about paying off debt, if you're lost and deep in debt, that's a good episode to refer to, because we touch on everything. We touch on, steps into doing it, and if you hadn't thought about it, why you should think about doing it, and you thought about it and just haven't even, don't know how to start. That's the episode to go to. So, she killed it. She definitely did. All right, man. Let's get the help out of here, man. This is King Gabe signing off.
J-Rock.
I'm Riz.
Let's be between the lines. We are out of here.
One.